So this US dollar CAD analysis for Wednesday, 27th of December. Now, let's have a look what happened with prices and where they might likely go. So we've had this test of this 129, which is a very strong level now. As we can see, we've had quite a few rejections from this 129. It is proving a very difficult level to break for the US dollar. And we've had this move to the downside. I did expect further continuation to the upside. If we did come down into support, we could potentially, I was looking for upside continuation, but we did have some news out, and we did see the further breakdown. So we did have a breakdown from this 129. We didn't find support in around this 128.40. I was looking to see if we would find support at 128.40 for further upside continuation. But what we did see was a breakdown in prices, because we did see the breakdown before the actual news event, actually. So we did see the breakdown below this 128.40, had a retest, had a break, and we had a news event. So we had a breakdown in prices, and we didn't see a reaction around 27.78, neither 27.56. The very next level that we would be targeting, weekly level marked out here in blue, 127. As we can see, prices came down towards a 127, reversed slightly. I headed back down for that 127 for another test, and we did see some buy side momentum come into the market. Now, what we can see here, this very large candle, somewhat, I suppose it's fair to assume that this very large candle is indicative of a news-related event. So even on news-related events, as we can see here, we've tested at 127, and to the upside, we've traded slightly above this 127.78. But again, not by much. Let's just see how far we did go beyond this 127.78. So we traded as high as 127.96. So slightly less than 20 pips higher than the level marked out here in red. And as we can see, we did close below the level. So we has held. So we came up towards that 127.78. We weren't able to hold it. And as we can see, with a further selling continuation, we've had a brief pullback there. Further sell side momentum, we had a pullback, built up enough momentum, and we did break below this 127. This is the previous level that we did see some buy side momentum re-enter the market. Now, we've broken down below this 127, so we do look poised possibly for retest of 127. If we're not able to hold 127, again, we're looking to see our prices react all the way down to 126. Let's just have a look at the levels that we would be looking at. So those are levels that we are looking at. So possible retest of the 127 before a breakdown towards our 126.70. Break from 126.70, we're looking to see how prices react in around this 126.22. I think 126.22 would be the far end of the range, especially during a low volatility period. But if we do see a breakdown from where we are at present, the very next level we would be looking to target is in around this 125.30. So if we did break down from 126.22, again, we're looking to see our price react in around that 125.30. Now, we've identified levels to the downside. And again, the levels to the upside that we would be looking for are pretty much the levels I have just... what's going on here? Oh, sorry about this, everyone. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. So the wait continues. Now, the levels that we would be looking for to the upside, if we did break above this 127, we're looking to see our price react towards that 127.56 and move beyond 127.56. We're looking to see our prices react towards that 127.78. I can't anticipate prices moving much beyond 127.78 here on Wednesday, the 27th of December. Now, let's just have a look at the daily time frame. So here on this daily time frame, we are developing a bit of a trading range here on the US dollar against Canadian dollar. So up at that 129, as you can see, that is the upper end of the trading range. We have seen sell side momentum coming off that 129. Lower end of the trading range being around at 126.70, 127. And again, we are coming down towards that lower end of the trading range. We'll see our price react where we do see some bullish buy side momentum to take us back up to our 129 for a possible test. Now, up at that 129, we do have the 200 period moving average here on the daily chart heading down towards that 129. We're slightly above it at present. But the 200 period moving average is sitting currently at 129.17. So about 17 pips away from the level on the US dollar CAD. So we are in a bit of a trading range. We'll see our price direct towards that lower end of the trading range. On this one occasion here, previously we did trade all the way down to 126.22, before we did see some strong buy side momentum come into the market, and we did go on to test that 129. So we'll see our price direct towards that 126.70. Our subsequent breakdown towards that 126.22, but we are in a bit of a trading range. If we do break the trade range to the upside, we'd have to first navigate 200 period moving average here on the daily chart, and a move up towards that 130 and possibly up towards that 400 period moving average. Now let's just have a look at the weekly chart. And on this weekly chart, as we can see here, we did have a strong move to the downside. We did find support. We've had this move to the upside, had a bit of consolidation. So we're in a bit of a consolidation above this 200 period moving average here on the weekly chart. But if you do see a resolution to the upside, we'll be looking to see price there towards at 129.44. But at present, as indicated by this strong weekly candle here, closing near its lows as well, we do look poised for more downside momentum, even though we are range bound on the US dollar CAD. Now, let's just have a look at the monthly chart before wrapping up here on the US dollar CAD. And on this monthly chart, as we can see here, we've had this a very strong week to the downside. We've had a bullish month there. We've had a bit of a, I think it's called a grey stone or some kind of inverted hammer. It's not an inverted hammer, so I think it's called a hanging man. Just there, we've have so far in December, we do look poised to put in a bearish month. We're not seeing the bullish continuation. We do look poised, yes, for that bearish month. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, so we've got our highs there. We've had this bit of a channel breakdown, found support. So we could have a bit of a pullback before we see bullish buy side continuation taking us all the way up to 130 and beyond. And with that said, that's wrap up the US dollar CAD analysis. Thanks for watching.